If we spent some time in nature, one would appreciate that the underwater world is vastly different than that of our usual home aquariums. Nature appears to be random and chaotic. Nature is volatile and ever-changing. Nature has evolved natural and organic methods of maintaining her spaces. We can learn a lot more from nature. We just have to be open to receiving it. And we can even embrace many of her methods in our home aquariums. So today, we're going to talk a little bit about botanicals and how we can use these botanicals in our home aquariums to make absolutely breathtaking, incredible spaces, but not just visually appealing. There's a whole new circle of life that surrounds these botanicals and their use. So let's get to it. Many aquarists, the world over, have been using Mother Nature as their guide in the ways and means that we set up our aquarium. So the use of botanicals is not something new. I personally have been using shed natural oak leaves as they are abundant near me, and I've been using this for decades. But the absolute diversity of the incredible amount of all these different types of botanicals that are available today just gives us these abilities to create these absolutely, truly inspiring, beautiful aquascapes that can seemingly transport us into an entirely different world. So I reached out to my good friend Steven at 520 Book, and he sent us a large care package of all sorts of unique botanicals. 520 Books is truly one of Canada's premier sources for a vast diversity of astounding botanicals. Just look at the selection of these things. We have different forms of seed pods, all sorts of different shapes. We have banana leaves, manioc leaves, alder cones. They've been known the world over as used as a great antifungal or antibacterial agent. The flower off the coconut, some with the stems, guava leaves, jackfruit leaves, and I'm sure some of these I'm going to be wrong with the names, but honestly it doesn't really matter. They all serve the same purposes. So instead of, does it serve the same purpose as me using naturally shed found oak leaves? Yes, they do. However, all these different tropical pods and leaves, beautiful palm fronds, shed nut husks, all these things give that aquarium that real outstanding, natural, tropical look. Something you would find in, say, a South Asian backwater stream, or a backwater lake in the Amazon. One thing is true about nature: all flowers fail, all seeds will fall, all leaves will fall, and a lot of them in any of these areas are going to end up in the waterways. These are sea grape leaves. These ones I've ordered. I picked these up myself when I was down in Florida, just off the ground. They're dried, they're clean, no problem bringing them back. Lotus pods, banana stems. These provide outstanding visual interest, and almost all of these can be accessed from my good friend Steven at 520 Book. Now I know in the States there's other sources, in other areas of the world there's other sources as well, but Steven has never steered me wrong. He's always sent me all sorts of stuff. Now in my cases, you guys know in my videos, I don't do a lot of small stuff. I tend to do lots of big aquariums, large aquariums. So when I tell Steven that I need a selection of things, generally I want things that are big, that have that real big illusion. I also want things that are generally thicker, because some botanicals will break down a lot faster than others. I want things to hold up. This is the famous Indian almond leaves that provide all sorts of different benefits to the environment. All awesome, awesome stuff. I absolutely love these bean-looking type pods. These things hold up in the water column for months, versus some leaves might only last a few weeks as they start to break down. But bear in mind, breaking down is not bad. They are still providing all those benefits, not only to the environment, but all that microfauna as well. It's all good. Love these things. Just exceptional products. Let's get into it a little bit deeper. Creating a nature-inspired aquarium and the use of botanicals have numerous benefits. The botanicals themselves release all sorts of substances into the water that provide many benefits to the fish as well as the environment. As well, they provide a food source for all the beneficial microfauna. The release of tannic and humid acids create a very relaxing and soothing blackwater effect. The varying degree of tint can be controlled simply by not only the selection of the botanicals, but also the amount of botanicals used. It also can be controlled with the use of doing water changes. Or simply just enjoy it. The overall health and vitality of your fish will increase, their color, growth, vigor, and reproduction rates all will increase. But be slow. Don't rush. A well-appointed blackwater aquarium takes time to develop and mature. But if you're patient, you too can truly create a beautiful, mesmerizing underwater world in your own aquarium. Some of these aquascapes are just breathtaking, even on a diminutive scale. Now before use, the thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to choose your selection of botanicals you're using for your tanks, and you're going to want to boil them. Boiling breaks down the cell structure and also releases that tannic and humid acid into that water, so you won't get that sheer dark water. You're more than welcome to throw them directly into the tank, but some of these things may float almost indefinitely. I like to boil them down a little bit, just make them a little bit better, and you can save that water. That's a great extra blackwater tonic.
Now, if you guys don't want to actually use the botanicals themselves, you can buy products such as this. This is a product from Europe, from a company called Sarah, and this is basically a blackwater extract. And you guys, I'll put the video link up here, how to make your own blackwater extract up in the corner, just using things like peat moss or oak leaves. And it provides almost the same sort of benefits. It doesn't give that all those little food sources for all the microfauna, and it doesn't give that real cool leaf litter look on the bottom, which is something I really like. But if you just want to add the benefits of the tannic and the humid acids and all those things to increase the vitality of your fish, you can do it using this. Now use this stuff exceptionally sparingly. It's like pouring ink into your aquarium. This is a 160-gallon tank, and I just have a little, it's stained here, but literally there's not even half an inch of stuff in this little thing. And it's going to go into the tank, and it's going to look like I'm pouring ink into the tank. And it'll take a while before the filter and the water currents will move it around and make it dissipate so it's all throughout the whole aquarium. But if you put too much of this in here, it's going to be black like midnight. For me, I like kind of the best of both worlds with the addition of all the different botanicals and stuff. But you can see where I've added it. That whole side of the tank, short of the reflection in C and me, it's like completely black. Like you can't even see through the water at all. It's just black. And then over here, it's clear. But in a few minutes, that'll dissipate and cover the whole aquarium. And it'll probably a kind of mid to light tint, something along this line. Gives you that nice, soothing, pleasing effect. It definitely makes the piranhas in the Amazon aquarium feel a lot safer in their environment. And they're often out a lot more when the tank has got the blackwater effect. But the blackwater effect that I buy in the bottle does not last as long as the natural botanicals. It's like it's an extract, it's concentrated, but it just does not seem to hold up as long. If I were to put this volume of blackwater tonic in the tank and go away for a week and come back, it would be clear again. So it eventually breaks down. Things like charcoal or carbon in your filters, they'll strip those products out of the water. So if you're really trying to replicate nature and getting one of these nice natural styled aquariums, do not use carbon in your filters. Let nature take its course. Now this has literally been minutes since we went and added that blackwater tonic. And now we're going to go and add our botanicals. As you can tell, it's done in a very organized way. Minus all the reflections, which in my fish room are always going to be a challenge. But I absolutely love the effect in a beautifully appointed blackwater aquarium.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and more importantly, I hope it inspired you. Now, I must go on record. My dear friend Steven at 520 Book, thank you for sending me all this stuff. And also, I have so many dear friends that I need to thank, and our names will all be in the description. But all these individuals, all those gorgeous aquascapes, except for the few that were mine, which definitely weren't legendary, but all those gorgeous aquascapes you saw in this video, those were all from friends that sent me their images for use in this video. So thank you very, very much. So with that, my friends, until next time, take care.